Yes, sir!
Through this door lies another dimension. One of beeps, one of boops. A reality where 8-bit and HD clash. This is the point where new retro meet. The 6.5 dimension, protected by the arcade overlord. You have crossed into the turbo zone.
Whenever people ask me to recommend them a game for the PlayStation 4, my first choice is always Earth Defense Force 4.1.
To save our Mother Earth from any alien attack, from vicious giant insects who have once again come back, we'll unleash all our forces, we won't cut them any slack. The EDF deploys. Our soldiers are prepared for any alien threats. The Navy launches ships, and the Air Force sends their jets, and nothing can withstand our fixed bayonets. The EDF deploys. Hit it, boys! Have now dwindled as we pull back to regroup. The enemy has multiplied and formed a massive group. We better beat those bugs before we're all turned to soup. The EDF deploys. The EDF deploys.
EDF 4.1 Shadow of New Despair is a fantastic game on the PlayStation 4, and while on surface level it may have very minimalistic graphics, may look like graphics you would see on possibly a PS3 console, that's because it is. 4.1 is a remastering for the PS4 of the PS3 and Xbox 360 title Earth Defense Force 2025. Now, 2025 had a few issues when it first came out. It had terrible slowdown and draw distance and such. And this port, it almost feels like a completely different game because those problems are gone entirely. Like the issues that the PS3 and 360 versions had feel like they were never there in the first place with this port, because it uses the PS4 hardware in such a fantastic way. Now, whenever you think of a PS4 game, most people think of games with like amazing visuals or this grand story, cinematic feel. That's what people go into PS4 looking for. This game uses the PS4 in a more interesting way. Instead of having the most amazing, great graphics, instead of having the deepest story, it uses the PS4 for scope. This game will have tons, just maybe even hundreds of enemies on screen at once. It'll have huge mech battles, huge alien motherships fly in. The scope of this game is just amazing, and that's something that they got away with because they used very minimalistic graphics. So while the character models and stuff don't really look great, they're serviceable, the game's fantastic because of the scope. Earth Defense Force, if you don't know what the series is, you play as the Earth Defense Force. Surprise. And you shoot giant bugs, giant aliens, giant dragons, giant everything that are coming from space to kill the Earth. that is basically the story. This game does actually have a story. Surprisingly enough, it's really only in the game's manual. Do you remember those days whenever stories were in manuals? The game itself doesn't really lay you out with the story. There is some narration during the battles, but you're not really here for the story. You're here to shoot the fucking bugs. And shooting in this game is fantastic. I mean, this game, for one, the main game gives you like 100 missions, and then you get there's like 2 DLC packs for $10 each that come with like 26 and 23 missions. That's like about like 150 missions. I've clocked almost. I think I'm at like 41 hours into this game, and I've been playing it for like a good year, and I'm still not even like done with the game. I still have quite a bit to go. I'm at like mission 85, I think, and then I still have like both of the DLC packs to go, and that's not even counting the fact that like there's 4 classes. I play as the Wing Diver class, but there's also the Ranger class, the Fencer class, and the Air Raider class, which all play completely differently, and all have their own stats to build up. So once I get done with the Wing Diver class, which I have her built up quite a bit, I can go back through with the other classes, get them built up. It's a huge game. This game will keep you occupied for a very long time.
Just like we planned. Understood. I will protect my family. That is correct. We hit it. I don't want to die.
Which is great because the game nowadays is like cheap. I think you can find it for like $17. Like that's a fucking steal, guys. And like this game has fantastic multiplayer. Like the co-op's great, the single player is great, the online is great. Like there's nothing to really hate about this game. It's so campy, it's so cheesy. It's supposed to feel like a B movie at times. It's so good.
It's never ending. I will protect you, son. Did you see that? I did it! Go!
That's why Earth Defense Force 4.1 Shadow of New Despair is probably my most recommended PS4 game. I don't know if it's really my favorite PS4 game, but it's the one that I go back to the most. It's the one that I've sunk the most time into and see myself playing for a while, because I mean, you know, like I said, I've had this game for over a year and it's still fun.
Yes, sir.
All Balam units, commence operation.
Yes, sir.
Lock turrets and shift into anti-impact mode. Advance to melee range. We'll take them out hand to hand. Make it quick.
Plus, who doesn't love shooting the shit out of giant bugs, giant aliens? It's a real power trip whenever, you know, you get going, you know, and you get these fantastic lasers and fantastic whatever. Who said that games need to have cinematic stories? Who said that games need to have amazing visuals? Like, who cares? I don't care, you know, if the game doesn't have a story about a father protecting its child or whatever fucking God of War is doing now. I care that the game is fun, and Earth Defense Force 4.1 is fucking fun.
Got a lot of giant insects coming in.
Enemy is close.
Our turrets are locked for hand to hand. We can't fight them.
Yes, sir.
I never liked bugs.
This is Balam 2. I can't hold on anymore. This is Balam 4.
Hey geeks and gamers, TurboBot90013 here. Remember to subscribe to the Turbo Zone for more content. The Arcade Overlords thank you. Stay retro. Turbo Zone.